Once upon a time, in a land not so far away, though to some, it may have seemed as distant as Oz, a boy was born into slavery in 1856. His name? Booker T. Washington. Like Dorothy caught in a whirlwind, young Booker found himself in a world of change. The Civil War had ended, and with it slavery. But freedom didn't come with a roadmap. Washington and his family were free. But free to do what? Where to go? How to survive? He had no ruby slippers, just a deep hunger for learning. That hunger led him on a journey, one that would define his legacy. At around 16 years old, he set off on foot, walking nearly 500 miles from West Virginia to Virginia, all to reach Hampton Institute. He had no money, no connections, just determination. When he arrived, he had nothing to offer but his willingness to work. And so he cleaned floors, swept classrooms, and did anything necessary to earn an education. That education became his yellow brick road. It led him not just to a better life, but to a vision. Washington saw that knowledge, especially practical skills, was the key to empowering Black Americans in a society still determined to keep them down. In 1881, he took this vision and built what would become his Emerald City, the Tuskegee Institute. But there were no magic wands, no shortcuts. He and his students literally built Tuskegee from the ground up, making bricks by hand, constructing buildings themselves, learning and teaching as they went. Washington believed in self-reliance, improving Black excellence through education, discipline, and economic success. Not everyone agreed with his methods. Some thought he played too safe, especially in a time when racial injustice was blatant and violent. He focused on vocational training rather than direct political action, and he urged patience when others wanted protest. Yet behind the curtain, Washington pulled strings of influence. He advised presidents, worked with wealthy benefactors, and quietly funded legal challenges to segregation. His critics called him too accommodating. His supporters saw him as a mastermind, playing chess while others played checkers. Either way, no one could deny the results. Tuskegee produced teachers, business owners, engineers, and leaders who transformed communities. Booker T. Washington, like any great wizard, understood that real power isn't in grand speeches or magic tricks. It's in knowledge and resilience, in the ability to build something that lasts. And his legacy, over a century later, the institution he built still stands, still educating, still empowering. Washington may not have worn a pointed hat or carried a wand, but in his own way, he was a wizard, one who turned bricks into schools, dreams into reality, and a road of struggle into a path forward. And that's history in a flash. Thanks for listening.